it is Tricia Carr. I am live streaming right now. I hope this is working. This is the first time I've ever done it by myself using my live streaming software. So, welcome to this mini episode, this live stream. I'm like totally nervous, so I'm not sure if it's working. Hi, though. I'm going to assume it's working for a few minutes because there's always a delay. And I want to say welcome to this fun little unboxing that I'm doing of these amazing Oracle cards, Sacred Geometry of Relationships by Lone, who was on my program yesterday. Okay, I see that it's actually working. So she was on my program yesterday, the creator of this. She is an artist, and I am going to do an unboxing. I've done that with a few cards, and it has been a lot of fun. I actually like unboxing videos, and so that's why I have a sneeze coming on. That's what it's like when it's live, isn't it? I'm just listening to make sure everything's okay. All right, guys. Sneeze passed. So let's jump right into it. I have the chat on right now too, so hopefully I'll be able to check in with you guys if you join me live and I can actually engage. So here we go. Now, if you're not familiar with sacred geometry or these cards, I would tell you that you actually don't have to be an expert. I do actually recommend that you watch the show that we just did yesterday or listen to it. But I would say watch it because there's something really great about... Am I still live streaming? Give me a holla if I'm still live streaming, y'all. That there's something really great about sacred geometry. It is something that is completely natural to all of us to understand organically. We pick it up on an energetic level. And yesterday when Lon was on, she talked about her story of getting into sacred geometry by crop circles. And so a lot of people who may be connecting with my material are kind of into crop circles as it may concern interdimensionals or ETs communicating with us. And so I think that is definitely a possibility, if not absolutely true. I just say it. I don't know if it's absolutely true because I haven't done the research personally myself. And that is something that I think could be delved into either energetically or literally. And for me, I haven't really come around to digging into. My intuitive hit on it is that maybe some of it is from people and maybe some of it are entirely from our cosmic and galactic neighbors. All right, so this is the official unboxing. These are brand new. I have been working with her sacred geometry activations for a while now. They're probably my top deck currently. You know how you get a relationship going with a particular card deck, and then it's just kind of like, I don't know if you're like that. Maybe it's just me. We're off to the races. But these are really, the artwork is all amazing, highly activating in the colors and the shapes. You don't have to understand what the actual geometry is about or its name in order for the energy to take download to unfold in your field. And in addition to that, the messages and the descriptions are very high vibration, very, very high vibrational. So this one is about relationships. And wow, it's so cool. It's really fun to do an unboxing. Like, it's kind of hard for me to focus because, oh my gosh, these guidebooks are really great. There's a good description of all of the cards and the messages that go with them. There are 44 in this, as a kind of a typical Oracle deck has. And they are also numbered, so there's numerology with it. I find the numbers to be really telling, really aligned with whatever the message is and whatever it is that I am asking about. The numbers have a lot to speak to it as well. I love numbers. I love numerology. And one of the amazing things about numbers is that, like other languages, listen, oh yeah, it's fresh. Other languages, numbers are something that our subconscious mind or our spiritual mind really understands. And so numbers are kind of like activations and instantly give us downloads too. Even if you don't really know consciously and you've never studied numerology to know that the 5 is about change and adventure and everything, you feel it intuitively. Yeah, fresh. You feel it intuitively anyway. And, I think my husband noticed that kind of people tend to have sort of favorite numbers that are similar. He was saying, like, people, they tend to have 7 as their favorite number, or 3, or 33, or 11. And again, there is no coincidence there. There's no coincidence at all. I'm just kind of breaking these up a little bit. And that's because of the way that they sort of rescue us. There's no good number or bad number, and there's no better number than another. But there sort of are just ones that we gravitate to and we take notice of, probably because they support a certain way when we need that extra support. Many people awaken by having the common, sightings of the 1111. And that is a way that our souls are communicating with us, as well as the interdimensionals who would be working with us, meaning like benevolent ETs, as well as our angelic interdimensionals, and all who would be in our soul family in spirit. Okay, so if you've never, I'm just going to go ahead and walk and talk you through everything that I'm doing. If you are wondering, like, well, what do I do to open a new deck? Is there something that you're supposed to do? And the true answer is no, there's never anything that you're supposed to do. But I do actually hang out with a card deck for a while, usually before I open it. It'll be in my home, it'll be in my office, it'll go back and forth between my home and my studio here. This one I actually just got yesterday from Lone, but I went ahead and I wanted to share it with you guys. And I imagine I will, after this opening, I may actually have them mingle in my atmosphere a little longer before I start to use them regularly. So I opened the deck, and first you kind of had to like unstick them from, just the printing and the compression. But the other thing I'm doing, it's both practical and energetic, like in a kind of spiritual, subtle realm. So I'm going through and I'm touching each one. And that's affecting, like I say, on the practical side, that I'm separating them because they're sticky from the manufacturing. But I'm also allowing my energy to mix with their energy. And so I'm making sure that none of them are stuck together, and I'm making sure that my energy is honoring, welcoming, and commingling. Like meeting a new friend, I'm shaking their hand and starting to connect and starting to allow my intention and the intention of these cards to become one. These cards are made of the 4 elements just like we are. They're made of nature. And the artist and author, Lone, had spent a lot of her soul energy, spending sounds like a harsh word, but she activated these in cooperation with the universal mind and in cooperation with spirit to bring them to you and to me. And so we are all becoming one energy in this process. Now in that, I didn't really look at them. I'm kind of letting that be a bit of a surprise. And they're all in sequential order right now. So just to give you a little preview, we have the first ones that she starts with are the chakra cards. So first chakra, second chakra sacral, and so on. And you could see that the colors are in alignment with what we know these energy centers to be. 4th chakra, 5th chakra, and 6th and 7th. And then we go on to other cards. The next one is abundance, which is really cool because it's also numbered 8. And 8 is the number that we associate with money and ample resources, motivation and momentum, and truly being at the peak of your abundance. And so I'm not going to go through each and every one of them. What I really like to do, hey Lisa, how you doing, honey? What I would love to do is go ahead and do a reading. So whenever you align with this, if you watch it in the replay or if you start to trip in live, Lisa, would you like to, if you're still on, would you like to contribute? I mean, like, would you like to ask a question? These cards that I'm doing this unboxing for, I'm going to just scan through here a little bit and see which ones kind of jump out. Okay, there's a really beautiful one. The number is 16, and it says Divine Feminine. And look at the colors. Isn't that beautiful? Has the color of, like, the navel chakra and that salmony pink, a lot of purples, a lot of blue and white for clarity and expression. And I'll tell you what the message here says. The frequency of the divine feminine supports our soft, receptive, and nurturing side, facilitating our intuition and intrinsic understanding of our connection to the cosmos. Ooh, isn't that great? I'm going to let this one be an example. I'm going to go ahead and read the guidebook on this one too. So number 16, and I have a feeling that this is a reading already that many of us could connect with that divine feminine at this time. As I'm doing this live, it's the fall, it's October of 2019. And at this time of year, we tend to have kind of a lot of overwhelm. I did an energy update a couple of videos ago. There's a lot of overwhelm when we're doing the transitional seasons because, I should say it's the fall in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern. And when we're doing these transitional seasons, we kind of feel a lot of pressure, and that pressure amounts to maybe feeling a bit exhausted in our divine masculine energy. We've been working a lot, and we're feeling a pressure to do some more kind of work. So it's really a great time to sit back and allow. Not only that, but as this video is being live streamed, we're also about to enter into a Mercury retrograde, which is a great time to go inside and be in that receptive energy, which the divine feminine highlights. Ooh, at least I see any messages in general, especially about my career trajectory or about abundance, since you just brought that up. Perfect. That's what I'm going to do a reading for that for you, Lisa, and for all of us. So I'll share what it says in the guidebook with this divine feminine. It says, the affirmation is, I am divine feminine. For humans to live harmoniously with each other, the masculine and the feminine must reach a state of union, outwardly, in relationship with one another, as well as inwardly, in a balanced state of heart, mind, body, and soul. In the new energy, we let go of traditional roles, allowing new masculinity and new femininity to arise. The concept of divine feminine is no longer exclusively for women, just as divine masculine is no longer just for men. We all hold both masculine and feminine energy and attributes within us, and both must be fully realized, understood, and expressed. The feminine is fluid and receptive. Her nature is to surrender and to open up. She is intrinsically connected to Mother Earth and to giving birth. She is soft, flowing, gentle, sensitive, nurturing, and empathic. She easily connects to the higher realms and the universe at large. She is in touch with the world of subtle energies. And she is highly intuitive. She is also strong, powerful, and independent, yet open to co-creation and partnership. And there's an image description, which I will hold this up in the camera. The image has a resemblance to a dream catcher, referring to the capacity of the feminine to bring the subtle energy of dreams and desires closer to the physical plane, where it becomes available for manifestation into form. The more intricate shapes and forms at the center refer to the complicated dynamics of the different layers of consciousness that we have intrinsic access to. Pink is associated with universal love for oneself and others, and with sweetness, tenderness, and care. Brighter pink incorporates aliveness, excitement, high energy, and power. The light blue refers to our ability to express ourselves with honesty, tenderness, and kindness. And the next section says, Divine Feminine and Relationship. Although we all carry qualities of both the masculine and the feminine inside of us, in most relationships, there is one person who is predominantly embodying the feminine attributes and one the masculine. The harmony between the two might depend on the one's individual understanding of this inner dual nature, as well as the outer roles that each person plays in the relationship. The feminine is soft, nurturing, and I'm turning the page, and compassionate. As she is closely connected to the higher realms and to the world of subtle energies and intuition, she offers deep understanding, patience, and tolerance to facilitate closeness. The receptive and flowing feminine often needs to be directed and focused masculine to get anything done. When the feminine excels at imagining and dreaming of all the possibilities, she needs the masculine to help her manifest these dreams. And one more section here says food for thought. Are you in touch with your feminine side? How does it express itself? How do you feel about things that are considered masculine? Do you feel that the divine feminine can be all of it? Can you think of some examples of role models in the public eye who embody a new and balanced divine feminine? Ooh, I love it. It's beautiful, right? Lisa, I think that's setting up that request that you had for the reading right away. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these for a bit. And like I said, normally when I get a new deck, I actually let them mingle in my field and let me mingle in their field for a while, allowing us to coalesce. So in a situation like this, we're kind of enhancing or expediting the relationship. But you know what? I think we can handle it because this is the sacred geometry of relationships. So we are going to just let everything really delicately and even in, let's say, and passionately unfold as we connect to the energy of career. I'm going to throw in there life purpose and abundance. And this is a time where we definitely are thinking about abundance, and we might be thinking about it in a way where we feel a bit, I would shuffle these more, but they're asking to come out already, where we might feel a bit hastened or a little bit non-present about it. Because the truth of the matter is that in this moment, as we're on our computers or our devices connecting on the internet, we are alive, we are well, and the presence proves that we are cared for and that we are sovereign, full beings who know how to connect with the universe, with the earth, with sustenance, with vitality, because in this moment, we are here and we are well. And the third card is taking a little bit of its time to surface. And so we'll just sit with it patiently. Is this one coming out? No, it's not. Is this one coming out? Yes, it is. All right. So the way that these cards, I pulled 3, and we are looking at career and finances on the first one. And that is also how our outlook for the lesson that we have just learned. The second one we are looking at is, on the timeline aspect of it, is about life purpose. Excuse me, I said that the opposite way. On the subject of it is life purpose, but also the lesson that we are learning now. So we had the lesson we have just learned, the one we're learning, and then we have career and finances, and we have life purpose, kind of like advancements to each one. And this third card is going to be the abundance card. And this card is going to inform the nature of being in alignment with abundance. And that is abundance in all aspects. Abundance in joy and a vibrant, alive, thriving state, physical body. In the aspect of being present, an abundance of presence. An abundance of presence is an abundance of time. We tend to think of time as a resource, but the truth is that when we are connected to the now, then we are connected to the timelessness, and therefore we are infinitely abundant in time when we are now. And then also, of course, with money. We already have the literal finances in the first one, but money, time, and the joyful activities. And this, we're going to find a way to love what we do and do what we love and have an abundance of it. And that's going to be the total outcome. That is the intention that is set around these. So the timeline of it is what we have just learned, what we're learning now, and how we coalesce all of these learnings and move forward. We have career and finances, we have life purpose, and then we have abundance. I'll take a sip and we will get into that reveal. Beautiful. Okay. You can ask anything, Brianna. We're in the middle of one right now. Hey, thanks for joining. I mean, yeah, go ahead and ask anything. So we have awareness for the first one. Oh, look at the image there. I think that's the Sri Yantra. I'm not great having all of the names memorized of sacred geometry quite yet. Someday I probably will have them more committed to memory. So I'm going to let you all look at that for a moment and let that activation sink in. So the number is 11. And this is again about career and finance and what we have, the lesson that we are completing or standing upon at this time. And with the energy of the 11, we are in a master number, but the base number of that would still be 2, which is about love. And we have the mastering of the state is what this 11 number is telling me about how it concerns career and finance. Mastering your state, and so mastering your awareness. Yes, indeed. And so the career, okay, thank you. So I'm getting messages as we go. So as it concerns the original requester, meaning Lisa, and any others who would connect with this, as it concerns career and finance, is we want to be in the energy of I just lost it. Will you bring it back to me? I was getting off track there. They want me to go a little deeper. Got it. Fall in love with the outcome. That is how we bring that into the now. So having your vision of your finances, having your vision of your career, and falling in love with it as though it is your beloved, as though it is yours already, to be able to enhance it with the power of desire. Desire being the having and the desiring and the wanting at the same time, as opposed to the wanting that is recognizing lack, saying, I do not have this and therefore I want it. When we're in desire, when we have a lover, as the 2 energy would talk to us about, we both desire that lover and we have the lover at once. And so it is a compounding experience upon appreciating as we curiously and passionately pursue the other. Then we are falling, and that falling in love with the other is the thing that is actually expanding the energy around. So do this with the career and the finances. Fall in love with money. How many of us can say, I love money and not have at least like really? Am I allowed to love money? We have this picture of money where it's dirty. Like even the touching money, money is always dirty. Like I want to wash my hands after I touch dollar bills or coins. And so find a way to redeem all of that. Find a way to see your bank account with 100,000, 200,000, a million, whatever it is, and say, I love that. And just fall in love with that outcome. And then with your career, fall in love with just one big fat aspect of it, the thing that you want to do, because the grace between it becoming the now is when you will refine it. So if you have a vision of being this thing, of that thing, of doing this in the now, be out of the energy, abandon the energy that would ask you about how and when and ask you if you are sure that you want to do it. Just fall in love with something. The love already exists in you. So actually what we're saying is to find the love that you already have for these things, for this career, for this finance, because it is truly you. Do you know that you can only love that which is truly you? So allow this to emerge. Bring your awareness deep into this aspect, this depth within you. You don't have to find it. It's not out there somewhere. It's within you. And allow that love, that romance to emerge from within about your career and your finances. And the message says, the energy of awareness supports our capacity to focus our attention on all aspects of a multidimensional world so that we create a reality that we truly choose. We create that reality that we truly choose because it already exists within us. I love the colors in this. We have the 3 circles. The 3 circles of which are reminiscent of the Trinity or the triune being of mind, body, spirit. Full awareness. We allow that awareness to swell within us to where we feel it in our body and we get chills upon our scalp and down our arms and our legs. We become deeply relaxed in our body and also thrilled and blissful. And in our mind, we get in alignment with the possible execution of it. In this moment, this is the next step I take. This is what I do. I am inspired, and that is from the spirit level, from the emotional level. I feel it. And the whole of my being is in the awareness of the love that I have for these things. The colors we have, the rich depth the depth of the blue that is really actually is turning black. It's like a black color in the background, and the depths of it, that's the divine feminine. That's receiving, y'all. That is being in the receptive mode for your career and your finances. Be in the receiving mode. I'll be in the allowance. I allow money to flow to me. I allow opportunities to flow to me. I allow myself to move forward and to take up the experiences that will show themselves to me. I allow the field to communicate with me about the ways that my alignment is here right now about my career and finances. So that is that depth of the feminine energy there. And then, of course, we have the rich blues of the indigo color. That would be the third eye. So the vision, hold a vision, be a visionary about it. Your vision of your career and your finances is in you now. And then we have I don't know what there's probably a name for the graphic that's right in the middle there. It's very interesting. It looks like, it's got a swirly business to it. There's the green and blue that are kind of making a turquoise mixed together. So that's a high heart, and really deep in the center there, might be a little hard to see because it's smaller. Deep in the center there, that's that high heart energy, that Christ consciousness energy, that divine becoming physical energy. And then we also have some yellow in there for willpower. We have orange and red for the survival that is thrival and for the emotional and creative expression. And then, of course, more of that black around there. And all of the circles, there's just so many circles in there. And then some of the angular kinds of shapes in there that are telling us about structure, that structure is a part of the process, and structure is satisfying, structure is achievement, structure is building and creation. Ooh, that's good stuff. Hi, Patty. All right, the next one. So the next one again was about life purpose. And we're advancing, so we got life purpose, and the lesson that we were learning there the previous one was a lesson we have just learned, or that we're standing upon, basically as the foundation, and this one is the lesson that we're in right now, and it's about life purpose, and oh gosh, it's just so beautiful. It's forgiveness, and the number is 20, so we have another 2, and with the 2 and the 0, so it reduces to 2, and that is the number of love. The 0 next to it is the God number, the Omega. It is the all and the nothing. It is the do what you will with it. You will have everything or you will have nothing, and it is completely your blank slate. It is definitely like a really charged up free will energy that 0 is. It powerfully supports, or it powerfully it extinguishes itself, that 0 supporting the 2. It is the energy of creator stepping back and saying, you got this, the 0 energy is. There's so much yellow and white in there. And that is actually reminding me of the Archangel Haniel and the Archangel Christiel, both of them speaking to us a bit about that femininity, a bit about the creation energy too when it comes to Christiel. That's also, I'm sorry, the off-gassing happens when we're doing the healing and the channeling, and we're talking about the high heart energy. And so Archangel Christiel is the archangel that is talking to us about the Christ consciousness. So much Christ consciousness energy that is coming through here in this card. And this says, the energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. And the image here, there are so many circles, so much of the spherical energy, and that spherical energy is showing us that everything is cyclical and everything is one and all comes together in that wholeness, kind of like that 0 energy, that Omega energy, and showing us that everything in truth and highest truth is whole, is one energy. And the forgiveness. The forgiveness is the integration, coming into alignment with the self. It's actually, this has a lot to do with forgiving the self and allowing ourselves to move forward passionately into the life purpose. Allowing us, thank you, I got it. They're telling me that this has to do with forgiving ourselves for being in the illusion in so much that we actually forgot who we truly are. Forgiving ourselves for forgetting our life purpose. This is okay. This is a part of the game. And allowing ourselves to relax about it and ease back into the remembrance gently without putting pressure on ourselves, being here and now, and recognizing that being in the journey, being in the alignment of the journey is a part of the life purpose. Even being in the illusion in so much that you might have been disillusioned is a part of the journey. It is a part of the complexity of it. And it is okay to utilize the disillusion, the being deluded or disillusioned is a part of the journey, and we can use that for the sifting and the sorting. As Abraham Hicks says, that you sift and sort through the contrast so that you can understand what it is that you truly want and what you truly desire. And being in forgiveness, oh, thank you. They say being forgiving the universe for that process, forgiving the universe for the fact that there is a contrast. Wow. You know, it's kind of like being mad at God. And that's okay. If that's where we are in the time, I get that way sometimes where I'm like, damn it, why? Why is it this way? Why do we have to forget? Why do I have to be in the pain sometimes? Why do I have to reject myself and reject my path and forget what it feels like to be in alignment? I get that way sometimes. And if you just channel in, just say, I don't know how to forgive the universe. I don't know how to forgive this plan right now because I'm in the illusion so deeply and I'm in the separation, but I want to. I deserve, and I know that the universe desires of me to be in the energy of fulfillment, alignment, remembrance, and connection. And so I know that's a possibility for me. And just that little bit of a pivot can bring you into that forgiveness. This is how we stay on our path. And boy, doesn't this look like the color of the path of light? That's what I think about, feel about when I'm talking about life purpose. Have not really paid direct awareness, direct time right now to the fact that I am on my path of light. And then when I turn back and I look forward, I recognize that I'm on my path of light and I forgive myself. So that's the lesson that we're in right now. I see that there's a little bit of sometimes there's a bit of a hitch with the broadcast. All right, so I'm waiting a second. I'm going to wait a second here because the stream is a little bit wonky. Well, I'm going to move forward because we have also I'm going to probably edit this and put it back up. So we'll do that. All right, so the final card that we have here, this one is about how we're coalescing, how we're taking these lessons and we're moving forward. And this is also about the abundance factor. And so the plexus, the third chakra, 3 is the energy of expression, joy, creativity. We're actually in a global 3 year right now. Even though we are toward the end of the year, we're still experiencing that 3 energy. And so this alignment of 3 energy at the end of this year as the seasonal calendar has us trekking along, and also the willpower, the inner CEO of that third chakra, of that solar plexus, the personal will aligning with the will of the one, that is how our abundance is experienced. It also means about having the self-esteem and being in the self-assured energy. You can be in that energy now, self-realized, self-actualized, self-assured, self-reliant, self-confident. All of these energies you can experience right now. Why? Because you are a child of the divine, and because in truth you are aligned, and how you are made is perfect, and what you are experiencing is just a part of the journey and a part of the beautiful unfolding of the universal energies. And all of it is about expansion. In this moment, if you are agreeing to it, we do receive an expansion. We do receive a download in that solar plexus chakra, concentrating and focusing and allowing ourselves to fall upon the energy of that golden sun color, that gorgeous expanding color, the power of the will, aligning the personal will with the will of the one. And this means absolute unfoldment. This means connection to abundance. This means unconditionally all is well. The energy of the solar plexus chakra helps us to realize who we are and who we want to be, so we can set a course toward our goals. That sounds so much like what the message that came through with the first one that was about career and finances. So we came full circle. So we wouldn't be mingling. I would say that it would probably be really great if you wanted to do a meditation whenever you're listening to this, either right after you hear this, or if you want to do it tomorrow, and do a meditation with your solar plexus chakra. And be in the warmth of your own sun, and allow that sun to expand and to be in the connection with the central sun of the universe. the central sun being being overseen by Archangel Metatron, who calls forth light workers, who calls forth the ones who are sensitive and are here to align with the will of the One and have it unfold in their own life in a way that is empowered. And says that, so of course that your abundance is available to you because you are one who needs to be supported in order to do the work of your soul. Amen, and so it is. So I'll show you these three again. And so for anyone who wants to, just as a reminder, this is from the brand new deck called Sacred Geometry of Relationships. And it is by the artist and author named Lone. She was on my show yesterday. And let me see. Brianna says, I'm a stay-at-home mother, and I found out I'm insecure about a lot of areas of my life. I've recently moved back to my spiritual space, and I find more time for myself off and on. I was wondering if Spirit has anything to help me to find my direction. I know they're trying to tell me something. I just can't seem to reach down deep enough at this time. I definitely think that request was incorporated, even though it wasn't spoken, and I, as the one who pulled the cards, I would say definitely your request was added to this. And I'm going to pull one more card that is prompted by your request, Brianna, and others. So this is going to be our sort of like our bonus card, our fourth card as a bonus. The 4 being the energy of form, the teaching, the building, the teacher number, the number of Gaia. And so this is that fourth element that is going to bring together the form for us. Okay, and the card is basically jumping out. So let me grab it. Do you want to come out too? Okay, so we're going to have a card about change too. All right, sensitivity. Okay, so I'm going to say this. It's so beautiful. I have to show it to you. Look at that. Ooh, it's so gorgeous. What is the number? 35. So this is about getting your sensitive nature in the alignment of it being a true superpower, rather than it being something that leaves you so vulnerable that you are taken down. And your sensitivity is there for you to help you to serve. And the sensitivity is there to help you to be alert and to help you to be curious about love and where love is in any situation and how you have created love in any situation, co-created love. There's the number is 35, so the 3 is that expression energy. That is about joy creation, expressing your truth. And the 5 energy is about change, adventure, change that is happening in a way that will afford true freedom, not escapism. And oh gosh, the colors are so amazing. The frequency of sensitivity helps us to open to the world of subtlety and detail while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. So like I said, this card was going to be about structure. That's amazing. And the image here is so gorgeous. It has like a watery background, so that's about flow. That's about the sensitivity being in the flow state rather than something that is arrested and constricted, being in the flow state. We also have the 2 triangles that one pointing up to express the divine masculine and one pointing down to be the divine feminine, and that these, when they are both moving and both balanced, then we have the explosion of form that happens from the receiving and the allowing, and then also the electric energy. It's like the execution, the doing energy. This is like the electromagnetic field, the 2 triangles on top of one another in that way, because the electric energy is the divine masculine energy of the electromagnetic field, and the magnetic energy is the feminine energy, magnetizing and receiving. And the pink colors, and there's like pink and a little bit of a salmony orange color, and that is about that sensitivity as well. That is the tenderness of that navel chakra energy. More triangles in the middle. And there is right in the center is the bright white color, the purity of the inner essence, and being in that inner essence, and that turning off all of the input and allowing yourself to become clear and pure in this moment. Being in alignment, that is also the energy, that color aligns with the energy of Archangel Gabriel, which is the energy of 3 and expression as well. being in the purity and the clarity. Archangel Gabriel also oversees the element of water. We have water in the background here. So allowing Gabriel to be, or Gabrielle, however you experience that energy, to help you to be in the flow state. This is also talking about working with the moon, the lunar energies, as a way to be on your flow, the perfect flowing energy, knowing what the moon is doing or feeling what the moon is doing, your personal moon or the actual moon of our planet. Being in that lunar energy, this is speaking to the causal plane. This is speaking to the causal plane that becomes the effectual plane. And then our fifth bonus one, we pulled the three chakra again. I mean, the throat chakra again. Not throat. Third chakra, the solar plexus. So bonus, reminding us to go back to that personal will and the sun. Well, I hope, hi Gay. Nice to see you. So I hope that was fun for you guys. Oops, I bumped the microphone. So just again, I'm going to show you the card deck, this unboxing. There are so many in here. You could just flip through them like a book and read the cards, and they are just gorgeous and so highly charged. This is the first deck that I have been working with, the Sacred Geometry Activations deck. And so I hope you guys had a great time with this. I had a great time with this, and I will see you really soon, okay? Thanks for tuning in. I love you, whoever you are. Mm-hmm.